Have you ever pondered about the current state of American politics? Is it truly serving the people as it should? In recent times, we've observed a worrisome trend, a widening chasm between the haves and the have-nots, the affluent and the struggling. The American dream seems to be slipping further away for the average citizen, while the rich continue to amass wealth at an unprecedented rate. Simultaneously, we notice a growing sense of disillusionment with the political system. It seems to be a game for the power-hungry and the wealthy, with the common man sidelined, his voice drowned in the cacophony of political promises and power plays. In the face of these challenges, the idea of exploring alternative political ideologies that may present solutions to these problems becomes not just appealing, but necessary. So, let's journey together into the realm of political theory. What if there existed an ideology that aimed to bridge this gap? Today we delve into the ideology of Longism. Picture a political philosophy that holds the promise of every American living as a king. Welcome to Longism. Now, what exactly is Longism? Well, it's an ideology named after its founder, Huey Long, a charismatic populist governor and senator from Louisiana in the early 20th century. He was a unique political figure who believed in a more equitable distribution of wealth in America. His ideology, dubbed Longism, was the embodiment of this belief. Longism is based on two main principles: share our wealth and every man a king. The share our wealth principle advocated for a radical redistribution of wealth, aiming to curb the excessive riches of the elite and ensure a more equitable distribution among all Americans. The every man a king principle, on the other hand, promoted the idea that every citizen, regardless of their social or economic status, should have the opportunity to live a dignified life. But Longism isn't just about wealth distribution, it's about addressing the economic struggles that many Americans face. It's about challenging the status quo and daring to envision a different kind of society, one where wealth and resources are shared more equitably. Longism is a response to a system that, according to its followers, has failed many Americans. It's an ideology rooted in the belief that the economic struggles faced by many are not a result of individual failings, but rather a systemic issue that can be addressed through policy changes. At its core, Longism seeks to address wealth inequality, a problem that persists even today. It advocates for a society where the wealth isn't hoarded by a select few, but is rather distributed in a way that benefits everyone. It's a vision of a more equitable, just society where everyone has a shot at the American dream. Now, let's dissect this intriguing ideology. At the heart of Longism lies the principle, share our wealth. This concept is not just about charity or simply giving away money. It is a profound economic approach that seeks to address the vast wealth disparity we see in society today. It is about creating a more equitable society where the basic needs of all are met, and everyone has a chance to prosper. Now you might wonder, how does this work? Well, it's about redistributing wealth in a way that doesn't stifle innovation or discourage hard work, but instead ensures that the fruits of our collective efforts are more evenly distributed. This involves implementing policies that prevent the accumulation of wealth in the hands of a tiny elite, while also providing a safety net for those who are struggling. Imagine a society where everyone, regardless of their background, has access to quality education, healthcare, and a decent standard of living. This is the vision behind Share Our Wealth. It's about understanding that when everyone does well, we all do well. However, it's important to note that Share Our Wealth is not about creating a utopia where everyone has exactly the same amount of wealth. That's a common misconception. What it's really about is ensuring that wealth doesn't become so concentrated that it distorts our economy and undermines our democracy. The potential benefits of this approach are numerous. For one, it could reduce poverty and economic insecurity, which are sources of great stress and hardship for many. It could also lead to a more stable economy, as wealth wouldn't be hoarded but circulated, leading to increased spending and investment. Furthermore, by ensuring everyone has a fair shot at success, we could unleash a wave of creativity and innovation that benefits us all. In essence, Share Our Wealth is about creating a society where everyone has a stake and everyone has a chance to succeed. It's about recognizing that our collective well-being is intertwined and that by lifting others, we lift ourselves. This pillar of Longism seeks to ensure wealth doesn't remain concentrated in the hands of a few. Another pillar of Longism is the concept of every man a king. This is not a mere slogan, it's a profound philosophy that seeks to uplift every citizen, giving them the means to live a life of dignity and comfort. But what does it truly mean? In essence, every man a king is a call for economic equality. It's about ensuring that everyone, regardless of their social status, has a fair shot at success. It's about creating a society where no one is left behind, where the wealth of the nation is not hoarded by a select few, but rather shared among all its citizens. This idea is not about creating a utopia, but rather about making a tangible difference in the lives of everyday people. It's about ensuring that every American has access to the basic necessities of life: a decent home, a decent meal, a decent education. It's about giving every citizen the opportunity to lead a life of dignity, free from the shackles of poverty and economic insecurity. But every man a king goes beyond just economics. It's also about creating a society where each individual is valued and respected, where each person has the opportunity to contribute to the community and share in its prosperity. It's about nurturing a culture of mutual respect and cooperation, a society where everyone has a stake and everyone has a role to play. This principle of every man a king also extends to the political sphere. It's about ensuring that every citizen has a voice in the decisions that affect their lives. It's about creating a more inclusive and participatory democracy where power is not concentrated in the hands of a few, but rather distributed among the many. In essence, Longism champions the cause of the common man. It proposes a society where each individual, regardless of their social or economic status, has the opportunity to live a life of dignity and purpose. It envisions a nation where every man truly is a king, where every citizen is empowered to shape their own destiny. So, let us take a moment to reflect on this ideal, and consider how we can make it a reality in our own lives and in our society. One might wonder, would Longism work in today's America? As we delve into this thought, it's essential to understand how the principles of Longism could be integrated into our contemporary society. Longism, with its core beliefs in wealth redistribution and the elevation of every citizen to a level of basic dignity and comfort, is not as antiquated as one might think. In an era where the wealth gap is widening at a staggering pace and the middle class feels increasingly squeezed, the call to share our wealth sounds more relevant than ever. Imagine an America where the vast fortunes of a select few are spread more evenly across society. This wealth could be used to fund public services, such as healthcare and education, reducing the burden on the average citizen and providing everyone with a fair shot at success. It could stimulate economic growth, as more people would have the means to participate in the economy, leading to a surge in demand for goods and services. Moreover, the principle of every man a king could foster a sense of equality and unity among Americans. By ensuring that everyone has access to basic necessities and opportunities, we could reduce societal tensions and foster a sense of shared destiny. It's a vision of America where everyone has a stake in the nation's success and prosperity. But Longism isn't just about economics. It's about human dignity and the belief that every person deserves a basic standard of living. In a society where millions still struggle with poverty, homelessness, and lack of access to healthcare, the principles of Longism could offer a path towards a more compassionate and equitable society. Of course, adopting such an ideology would not be without its challenges. It would require a significant shift in our political landscape and a willingness to question long-held beliefs about wealth and success. But as we grapple with the issues of our time, perhaps it's time to explore new approaches. Perhaps, Longism could be the refreshing change our political system needs. As we wrap up this exploration of Longism, it's clear that it presents a unique perspective on wealth and power distribution. We've delved into the ideology's core principles, from the equitable Share Our Wealth program to the empowering notion of every man a king. Longism challenges the status quo, advocating for a more balanced society where wealth isn't confined to a privileged few, but shared among all. It's an ideology that resonates today, amidst growing economic disparities and the urgent need for a more inclusive political system. The potential benefits of Longism are significant. It promises not only economic prosperity but also a more equitable, harmonious society. It's a vision of an America that lives up to its ideals of equality and opportunity for all. If you found this eye-opening, do give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Remember, change begins with a single thought. So, keep thinking, keep questioning.